Hello everybody, it's Maikito. I hope everybody's having a good day and it's had a good day so far. Obviously there was no video yesterday. I do apologize for that. It's not like that there wasn't plays. It's just I feel like I just needed a day for myself after, because I had a long day at work. I had a night shift in general, and I just wanted to just take at least one day break. But we're back. Today we have a pretty good slate, World Cup qualification when it comes to Europe, when it comes to the Common Bowl, which is South America. So there's good plays, player props, money lines, and I do anticipate having more added plays because I'm sure all the lines aren't out yet. So if I do have any added plays, which there should be, they will be in the pinned comment more than likely tomorrow when the lines are out and the lineups are out. So keep an eye out for those if you do want more plays. But other than that, I'll just get straight into the plays. My first player prop is Brian Cortés to go hard in 3.5 saves away from home for Chile, going up against Bolivia. First of all, Bolivia are a good and dangerous team when they play at home, while Chile on the opposing side are much weaker defensively when they've played away. That's perfect for us. When you look at Chile's away games, they allowed 5 shots on target, went over with 4 saves against Paraguay, allowed 6 shots on target, went over with 6 against Peru, 9 shots on target and went over with 5 against Colombia, allowed 8 shots on target and went over with 5 against Argentina, and they went over in the last 2 out of 3 Copa America games. So when they play away from home, they allow a lot of shots and they allow these saves. Again, in the World Cup qualification, they've gone over in 5 straight games away from home. And I see them struggling here against Bolivia, where most teams struggle, even the good teams, when they play at Bolivia because they play in very high altitude. So the Chilean players will struggle breathing in general, which Bolivia takes advantage of. And if you look at Bolivia's home games that they've played, the most recent ones, they took 7 shots on target against Uruguay, 5 shots on target against Paraguay. They had 8 shots on target against Colombia despite being a man down 20 minutes into the game, and they had 8 shots on target against Venezuela. So he will have plenty of opportunities. He is a good keeper. The season in Chile just started, so if you look at last season when he played in the league, he saved 76.6% of shots on targets that he faced. So he's a good keeper, and it's a good line away. So like Brian Cortés to go hard in 3.5 saves. And then the second player prop that I found that I like so far is a safer play, and it's Sebastian Szymanski to go hard in 0.5 shots away from home for Poland going up against Finland. You can't take this one on the half line if you want to play a little riskier, but I'm just playing a little safer here. It's a good matchup. Finland is not good defensively and just played at home in the last game too, and still lost 17 shots to the Netherlands at home. And with Lewandowski not playing for Poland, at least not now until the manager that is currently in Poland managing them leaves, that just means more shots to go around for Poland and Szymanski. He plays as a box-to-box midfielder for Poland, and in games that he's played for Poland, he's gone over in 8 games straight for Poland, averaging 2.25 shots in those games. So he averages over 2, hence why you can take that 1.5 line if you want to, but I'm playing it safer with this 0.5. I really like the line, and it's a good spot. Poland will be in a good spot in this game if they can just get a result when it comes to their steps to getting into the World Cup qualification. So they need to be aggressive. He averaged 1.6 shots per 90 in the league and 1.03 in the Europa League. He's a long shot taker and he's versatile. If you look at the shots that he took in the league, he took 22 from outside the box, 19 from inside the box. He took 27 shots with his left, 8 with his right, and 6 headers. So it's just a good line, versatile player, and I just really like it. At 0.5, I like Sebastian Szymanski to take at least 1 shot away from home for Poland going up against Finland. Before I get into the money line plays, as always, I would really appreciate it if everybody liked the video and commented as well. It just takes a second, and it's a great way to support the channel. It helps boost the video out to more people, and I love to read the comments, whether it's just showing support, asking questions, because I know a lot of people that watch these videos watch them and make these plays because I'm the one posting them, not necessarily because they watch soccer. So I really appreciate that. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, turn on notifications so you're notified when these videos are out. And I do also let people know in my Discord, which is also linked in the description, which is completely free to join. It is not a premium. I don't have those types of premiums where I hide picks or anything like that. It's just a good community that I'm trying to build over there, and that I have built, where people talk about their plays. You can look at other people's plays, put yours, talk during the games, not just about soccer, WNBA, MLB, CSGO, everything. Link for that in the description. The only form of premium that I have is the membership, which is my YouTube one, which is also linked. For us, I want to support the channel just a little more, and you get the video out and these plays out even earlier. So if you're not a member, those that are already got these plays and this video before everybody else. So if you're interested in that, link in the description, and all my links for everything else is there as well. So I really want to thank anybody who supports me in any way. My first money line play, I got this for -108, and that's Romania -1.5 going up against Cyprus. This essentially means that Romania will win by at least 2 goals. They're coming off that loss to Austria, and they need to pick up points if they want even a chance at World Cup qualification. They're 6 points behind Bosnia, and they're tied with points against Cyprus, despite Cyprus being a game down, and tied in points with Austria, despite Austria being 2 games down. So they actually did play twice. Once in October, once in November, one away from home, one at home. They beat them 3-0 away, and they beat them 4-1 at home. So they, in recent games, just in October and November, they were able to dominate against them in this matchup, and they just have good recent history against them, and they want to pick up points. It's the perfect match to do so. Cyprus have conceded 9 goals in the last 3 away games, and before this Bosnia game, in which they had when they had lost at home, Romania has scored 10 goals in the last 3 home games, and it's a must-win game for them. In my opinion, they're the much better team. They controlled both of the games that they played in October and November with 58% and 66% possession, and in both of those games, they had 19 shots with 9 shots on target. It's a great game for them to bounce back, and I like them here in this matchup. So I like Romania -1.5 going up against Cyprus for -108. And then the second play that I have that I like, I got this live from -134, and this first one is Ecuador +0.5 going up against Peru. This is the same as taking Ecuador to win or draw. I just don't think they lose here in this game. They actually have the best defense so far in the CONMEBOL, with only conceding 5 goals in 15 games. So on average, they concede 1 goal every 3 games. That's the best defense so far, better than Argentina, Brazil, Uruguay, Paraguay, better than every single team. They have the best defense so far. And now they're playing Peru, who have only managed to score 6 goals in 15 games. So they average a goal every other game, if that, and they beat them 1-0 in the first game at home, and so that shows that they were able to score and they were able to keep a clean sheet. Another team that they were able to keep a clean sheet against. This game could end up being 0-0. I was thinking of taking Ecuador to score, but there's a chance they could not score, but I just don't see Peru scoring here. I just don't see Peru outscoring them if they even managed to score against them in general. They just kept a clean sheet against Brazil, so they have good momentum going into this game, and they have great players, great defensive players with Pacho, Caicedo, Hincapié, Estupiñán, and Peru is pretty much all but out of qualification, while a result here, whether it's a draw or whether it's a win, pretty much almost certainly guarantees World Cup qualifications for Ecuador, and I don't see them losing here. They've been a great team so far with a good matchup here. I like Ecuador +0.5 or Ecuador to win or draw going against Peru. And then the second slip that I have, this one is the World Cup qualification in Asia, and I have Palestine to score against Oman at home, to score at least 1. It's the last game and the last chance for possible qualification to the World Cup. If they can somehow win this game, they would enter the qualification rounds to the World Cup, the knockout stage. And Palestine have never in their history qualified for the World Cup. So a win is the only way. And obviously, if they want to win, the only way to do that is for them to score. It's not like a knockout round, so if it ends 0-0, it just ends there. There's no extra time, so they need to score in this game, and they have managed to score in all 4 home games that they've played so far in this qualification stage, including against good defenses like South Korea and Jordan and Oman in their group. So far, out of the 6 teams I believe that are there, they have the second worst defense, conceding 13 goals in 9 games, conceding in 3 out of 4 away games that they've played, and their last 8 out of 10 in general. And it's just a big game for Palestine, and they've been able to score again in all 4 home games. I just don't see them not scoring here in a good matchup. So I like Palestine to score at least 1 against Oman, and I have this slip for -134. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll quickly go over last video's picks. It was a 2-2 day. The money line play hit. Spain to score 2. They were able to score 2, so that came through. And I had an added play of Yamal to take 3 shots, which was a safer play. A goblin play. He came through. He took his shots, and the 2 that missed, Cucurella to go under on passes. First of all, they went an extra time, so that didn't help our case at all. I didn't expect the game to go to extra time. And second of all, I mentioned in the video that reason why I liked them is because they play on the right side with Yamal. But if you watch that game, there's even pictures that have been going around that there was times where they were going to double team up, but there was times where they were triple teaming, even having 4 people on him, so he wasn't able to do much. So they had to play on the left side, so it just meant more passes for him, which was unfortunate. And I had Bruno to take 2 shots. And despite the game going the full distance, 120, he only took 1 shot the whole game, which was very, very surprising. But the reads were there. It was a 2-2 day. We've had great days, and we've had a good run of form before those. So hopefully we can go back and get that run of form in today's slate. I like these plays. Like I mentioned, if I do have any other plays, it will be in the pinned comment more than likely tomorrow, not tonight. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.